and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back here to the channel, guys. It has been here a very turbulent few weeks when it comes to Barcelona. We've had some big lows in recent times, but in today's video, got some really good news overall, because we're going to be talking about the incredible performance from Ansu Fati last night, who broke yet more records, this time for the Spanish national team, and also today, the return of Lionel Messi to Barca training. It's all coming up in today's video, so let's get to it. But like I say, if we do indeed start with young Ansu Fati, who at 17 years old and 311 days last night, he became the youngest goal scorer in Spanish history after he scored there in Spain's Nations League game against Ukraine. And it truly was an incredible moment there, not only for Ansu, not only for us Barcelona fans, but for his entire family. What a moment, yet another record going by, and a stunning goal in which he made it happen. But actually, I want to talk there not just about the record, not just about the fact that he scored and it was a great goal, but I want to talk about the whole performance, because Ansu against Ukraine, he was electric. He was absolutely unbelievable. From the word go, he was just on fire. Luis Enrique, after the game, former Barca coach of course, he came out and said Ansu is such a talented young player. We've all seen tonight what he can do. But he said more than anything, that self-confidence, that belief that Ansu has in himself at such a young age. He said, I've never seen that before. I have never seen that kind of belief coming from a young player. Ansu has got so much potential. And we saw all of that, and we saw it all showcased there once again, this time with the Spanish national team. It was his first ever start for the senior team, yet less than 90 seconds into the game, he was picking up the ball and he was causing Ukraine absolute chaos in their defence. He was running at them, there was a little nutmeg, absolutely sensational piece of play. He worked his way into the box, he's going left, he's going right, and in the end, he draws a penalty. Sergio Ramos scores, and he's given Spain the lead there within 90 seconds of his full debut, and it was honestly outstanding to see him arrive on this stage once again. We saw it at Barcelona, whereby he was given that chance, and he just takes it. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no thinking, there's no worrying. He never for 1 second doubted that he could go out there and make that impact, and a few minutes later, he very nearly scored. It was an overhead kick again. He's got the confidence there to take it on, so close to scoring. But before he got his goal there, in the 32nd minute, and what a goal it was. We're not just talking here about a tap-in, we're not just talking about an easy goal, right place, right time. We're talking about the fact that he picks the ball up on the left-hand side there, he works his way in, he cuts inside there, lovely little feint inside the defender, just outside the box, picks his spot, wonderful goal. Outside of the box, curling strike, wonderful moments, and there's just so much to like about the entirety of Ansu's game. And indeed, the good news for us Barcelona fans is that last season, when Ansu there emerged as technically a Barcelona B player in the first team, his release clause stood at just 170 million euros, which at the time, obviously it's a big amount, but you were still thinking that is obtainable for some clubs. However, he will now be registered in the coming season as a first team player. That will then mean that release clause will automatically be adjusted there to a much more comforting 400 million euros. That's his new clause, and that'll be a contract there that runs until 2024. Ansu's future is right here. And in terms of that future there being at Barcelona, and especially looking at the season ahead, the one question I really do want to get your thoughts on this season is what sort of role in this team should Ansu Fati have? We all know about the talent, we've all seen that, like I say, whenever he gets that chance, he demonstrates it on a game-by-game basis. And the question now is, can he be, or should he be, a starter in this team? We're talking there about the forward line, we're talking about Griezmann, we're talking about Messi. If Suarez goes, we've got players coming in, maybe Memphis Depay, maybe the Lautaro Martinez, but should Ansu Fati there, out on that left-hand side, out in that wide position, should he be a starter now in this team? Is he ready? Because yes, he's young, yes, he doesn't quite have that experience yet, but you know what? You watch him for Spain, you watch him when he's had the chances for Barcelona in this team, he can do it. He has the talent, he has the ability, and I truly believe he, as a player, and the mentality, He is ready. And just finally there on Ansu Fati, another question here for you guys, because a few people have come to me and they said, could you see Ansu Fati there in a number 9 role? And that may sound strange because obviously he's quite slight in his physique. He's not exactly tall. He doesn't strike you there as the complete profile for that number 9 position. But if you do look at his game, of course you don't want to shift in there away from the wing, but I do want to see down the middle if he does have that potential. Because you look at the way that he plays, you look at his runs into the area, you look at the fact that he always seems to find himself in good space, in good positions, in front of goal. We've all seen that composure, and he does have a lot of the characteristics that you would want there in a really nice, mobile number 9 forward. And it would be interesting throughout the season if we do have a lot of options there in the wider areas, if we're playing Ousmane Dembele, if we've got Trincao, you've got Pedri as well, if at some stage we could see Ansu Fati a game or two down the middle to see what he can do. Because for me, the sky is the limit for this boy. Put him anywhere across that front line. He can deliver. And it was interesting indeed this morning with Ansu Fati front and centre himself joining Lionel Messi there as Barcelona's third kit was officially launched this morning. A very bright pink strip that it is going to be our third kit next season, which as of right now, it is on sale as of today's date. And I do want to talk there not only about Ansu, but of course about the man himself. I want to talk about Lionel Messi because as we spoke about before, today, Monday at 5:30 p.m, that was expected there to be Messi's return to training for the very first time under Ronald Koeman. And I got some good news, because Messi, he is back. And it's not just here, the fact that Lionel Messi has reported training, obviously in the test that he conducted there for COVID-19, everything was absolutely fine, so he was fully permitted there to rejoin the squad. But he wasn't just back today, he was the very first player to arrive there at the training facility. He arrived 1.5 hours before training was scheduled to begin, and I feel like for Messi, that was almost to say there, you know what, I'm still here. I'm still going to apply myself. I think we should trust Messi when he says there that even though he didn't get that move away, we know that he's not happy, and I do feel for him in that way we said before, but he said himself, I'm still going to give it my all. He still cares about the fans, he still cares about the club, and for that reason, we will still see Lionel Messi giving his absolute all on the pitch for Barcelona, and he will train individually for the first few days. That's what he did today. He was just training there on his own to sort of gather up that fitness ahead of that new season, but that was to be expected. That's nothing new, that's nothing there specific to Messi. We've also seen Coutinho do exactly the same thing there since he's come back to training, and that's why right now we don't really know, even though Messi is back in training, is he going to be a part of that game on Saturday, the first pre-season friendly against Nastic de Tarragona? Is he going to play in that game, any part in it? Or are we going to see here Messi go through training this week? We do have double sessions, and then potentially he could return there on the Wednesday after that, next week, against Girona in our second pre-season game. But either way, Messi, whether we see him on Saturday or we see him on Wednesday, he's back in training now. He'll rejoin the group for the full sessions in just a few days' time. And that for us is a positive, because for this season, he will continue to give his all. So that right there, guys, is where we stand on the Barcelona front. I'm absolutely sure that over the coming days there is going to be a lot to discuss there, like I say, with double training sessions coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday under Ronald Koeman, all ahead of that first pre-season game where we should get a look at some of the new players in this team. I will keep you updated with all of that stuff, and of course transfers too. I'll see you soon, and thank you for your support. But until next time, guys, as always, Visca El Barça.